Jamie, it's hard to find fault with the Canadiens right now since they're first in the Atlantic. But hey, if we wanted to, it would be the play of starter Sam Montembeault. 3.81 goals against and an 842 save percentage. What's your level of concern with his early season struggles?
Very low.
Kent Hughes has made a major goalie decision after a string of tough losses, and it's already changing the team. The move comes at a time when the crease has become the biggest problem the Canadiens face, and now the whole season is feeling the impact. The Montreal Canadiens entered November with hope, but the past stretch of games changed everything. The team is now on a 5-game losing streak after an 8-4 loss at home. This result marked one of the most difficult games of their season. In that game, the starting goaltender allowed 3 goals on 10 shots and was pulled early in the second period. The move showed how serious the goalie struggles had become. The loss continued a pattern seen during this month. The Canadiens have surrendered goals early in games, and the pressure builds as opponents score quickly. The team has been outscored heavily during this run, and many goals have come from clean looks and high-danger areas. These breakdowns placed both goalies under constant stress. Goaltending has been the center of the concern. The starting goaltender has struggled with low save percentages and high goals against numbers throughout the season. In the most recent weeks, the team's starter recorded a save percentage below .860 and a goals against average above 3.50. These numbers ranked near the bottom among NHL goalies and contributed to the team's slide. The backup goaltender faced challenges as well. After a strong early run, his performance dipped in recent games. He allowed a high volume of goals on a moderate number of shots and could not provide the needed stability. This left the Canadiens with no clear option in the crease. The pressure grew inside the lineup. Players on the ice pushed to generate offense, but the defensive zone coverage created openings for opponents. Even when the Canadiens scored 4 goals in a game, they still lost because the goals against were too high. The shift from competitive games to repeated losses made the issue more urgent. Coaching decisions then began to shift. The head coach confirmed that the goalie competition is now fully open. The starter is no longer locked into his role, and the backup is being given real chances to take over the net. This move marked a major change in how the crease is managed. The team is now evaluating each game closely to see who will take control. The message inside the room is clear. The job is no longer guaranteed. Performance will decide who starts, who sits, and who stays in the rotation. This is a rare and serious shift for the Canadiens, who usually rely on a defined goaltending structure. The open competition reflects how deep the current issues run. As the losses continued, attention turned toward the general manager. With the team falling in the standings and goaltending at the center of the problem, he now faces pressure to act. Montreal's management has been exploring roster adjustments. Internal signals show that changes may be coming to help stabilize the crease. These discussions include call-ups, internal moves, and possible trade considerations. Fans have also raised concerns. Many of them point to goaltending as the main reason for the losing streak. The reaction grew louder after the 8-4 loss, where goals came quickly and often. For a team with early season hopes, the fan base now sees goaltending as a major problem that must be addressed. The coaching staff also acknowledged that special teams have been affected by the slide. In one game, the Canadiens failed to score on 7 power play chances. The penalty kill also surrendered key goals. These issues add more pressure on the goaltenders, who face heavy workloads during each game. The most recent data shows that the starting goaltender has a record of 4-5-1, a goals against average of 3.56, and a save percentage of .858. These numbers reflect the difficult stretch he has faced. The backup has a goals against average of 2.70 and a .901 save percentage over his recent run. Both sets of numbers show the challenge in the crease and the need for stronger performances. The Canadiens have also struggled to control defensive zone faceoffs in critical moments. Lost draws have led directly to shots and scoring chances. Opponents have used quick passes and lateral movements to create openings. These plays test the goalies and expose gaps in the defensive structure. The general manager must now decide whether the team will make internal changes or explore outside options. His position was strengthened earlier in the year when he was extended to a new contract, but the pressure of results remains. The goaltending issue is now one of the biggest questions facing the team. There is now an expectation that the organization will make a major choice regarding its goaltenders. The shift in the goalie competition, the recent losses, and the numbers over the past weeks all point toward a turning point. The general manager's next move could involve a new rotation plan, a roster call-up, or a potential search for external help. The Canadian season now depends heavily on what happens in the crease. Goaltending is at the center of the standing slide, and the numbers behind the recent games show why. Early leads disappear quickly, and opponents score at critical times. Every part of the team is now affected by what happens in goal. The organization sees that the trend cannot continue. The coach has already acted by opening the competition. The general manager is positioned to make further moves. The fan base is pushing for change. The team's season outlook now follows the next steps taken in the crease. The decision made at the top marks a major shift. It affects who starts, how the roster is shaped, and how the team responds. The goaltending position now carries the weight of the Canadian season, and the choice from management is set to shape what happens next.
Pierre LeBrun and Darren Dreger, usually guys, it takes a month or two before we get into the trade rumors of good players on struggling teams coveted by other teams.
In the last few hours, something big came out of Montreal. Kent Hughes said new words about his trade plan, and it shifted the whole talk around the team. The message came fast, and it came at a moment where every move counts. The details are fresh, and the pace of change is quick. This is happening right now, and every part of it is real. Kent Hughes spoke clearly about the team. He said the Canadiens are looking at many trade paths. He explained the team is exploring different choices. In one talk, he said, "We're fine. We don't have to trade Carey Price." He also said, "If we can find a trade to move his contract that makes sense for us and makes sense for another team, we'll pursue it." These words show a clean plan. The team is open, but not rushed. Right now, the Canadiens sit about $6 million over the $95.5 million cap for the 2025 to 2026 season. Carey Price's contract is $10.5 million. This number is a key part of why the team is thinking about trades. His contract is large. Moving it would open many doors. Reports explain this in simple terms. The team can do more if the contract changes. But Hughes said they will not break the team to fix it. A report said, Hughes has let it be known that they are not looking to fill a hole by creating another hole. This means the team wants to get better without losing important players. It is a simple and clear plan. Build up, not tear down. New names came up in talks too. Brayden Schenn and Ryan O'Reilly were listed as possible trade targets for the Canadiens. One article said Montreal has been linked to veterans like Brayden Schenn and Ryan O'Reilly as potential targets later in the season. That means the Canadiens are looking for help from players who have played many years. These two players have contracts that last a long time. O'Reilly's cap hit is about $4.5 million until 2027. Schenn's cap hit is about $6.5 million until 2028. These numbers show a long plan, not a short one. Hughes is not looking for a one-month fix. He is looking for players who can help for years. Hughes also spoke about protecting the young core. He said the team wants to improve but not lose young players. Reports said the team is willing to make moves, but not if those moves damage the group they are building. This shows the team is thinking ahead. Hughes also said they are open to moving the Price contract but do not need to. He explained that nothing must happen fast. He said they will look at every choice. He said, "I wouldn't ever just expect anything to happen, but we'll continue to explore ways to create cap flexibility." These words show a slow and steady plan. The new season has already begun. Younger players are now playing more minutes. The front office is watching how the roster reacts. The team is watching every position to see where help is needed most. This is part of Phase 2 of the plan. Hughes repeated his main point again. We're fine. We don't have to trade Carey Price. This statement shows strength in talks. It means they are not forced. Other teams know that Montreal is not stuck. At the same time, reports said Montreal could be ready to add another big name before the March trade deadline. That means the team is open to a big move. This adds weight to what Hughes said. Another report wrote that other teams do not want to give the Canadiens a strong return just for taking Price's contract. That adds a layer to the talks. It means the deal must work for both sides. So the plan has 3 parts. 1. Open cap space. 2. Add veteran help. 3. Keep the young core in place. Hughes has spoken in a way that supports all 3 goals. Another article said, the Canadiens are in a holding pattern at the moment, but that doesn't mean the team will sit idly by. That means they are watching, but also ready. They are waiting for the right chance. The news showed that Hughes did not reveal a huge trade, but he did reveal the plan behind the trades. This is a shift. It gives everyone a clear picture of what the Canadiens may do. Fans and reports have pointed out that the Canadiens want veterans who can help now while the younger players get stronger. That is why Schenn and O'Reilly appeared in talks. They both have long careers and bring clear skills. This kind of move would fit the lineup. It gives the team experience and stability. And the contract details show a long-term fit, not a short-term one. At the same time, keeping the Price contract is not a problem. It gives the team more options. Hughes said they do not need to move it. But if a good trade appears, they could. This gives the team the ability to choose. This all comes down to the shape of the plan. The Canadiens are watching the market. They know their assets. They know what they want and what they do not want to give up. They want to add players without breaking the roster. Over the next months, several signs will show what comes next. A trade for a veteran can happen. The Price contract can be moved or kept, and the team can use draft picks if the deal fits the plan. Hughes said his new words at a time when the roster is shifting. He showed that the direction is steady. He said that the team is exploring, looking, and staying ready. The Canadiens' trade path is now open. The moves can happen at any time.
That seems to me to be something that takes some experience usually, to be able to take in what you see and deliver it to your hands and feet.
I mean, I think for some players it would take more time. You know, there's just guys that have that elite talent that in that department that probably takes less time. But there's players that actually get there too.
It unfolded fast, and the timing hit hard. In the hours after a tough game, a sudden change at practice placed Demidov in a difficult new spot. The shift came right after a key moment for the Montreal Canadiens, and it created a wave of attention around one of their youngest forwards. The update landed quickly and changed his place in the lineup. On November 16, 2025, the Canadiens faced the Boston Bruins in a penalty-heavy matchup. Reuters reported that Montreal went 0 for 7 on the power play. Every chance slipped away. The same report said the Canadiens outshot Boston 28-23, but none of the 7-man advantage chances produced a goal. The missed opportunities became the main story as soon as the game ended. The next morning, practice revealed a major adjustment. One report stated Zachary Bolduc has earned a promotion and is placed on the first power play unit, while young Ivan Demidov unfortunately takes the hit with a demotion and is moved down to the second wave. Another report clarified the lineup. Habs have Zachary Bolduc in bumper spot on number 1 power play at practice this morning. Second power play unit at practice has Oliver Kapanen with Ivan Demidov. This change appeared only weeks after Demidov had been praised for handling a top unit role. Earlier in the season, Sportsnet quoted coach Martin St. Louis saying, "I've known all along that Demi can play on the first power play." Demidov earned that spot with a strong performance on October 25th. Reuters confirmed that he recorded 1 goal and 2 assists in a 4-3 comeback win over the Vancouver Canucks. That game marked one of his early highlights. Sportsnet reported that Demidov, replacing Bolduc on the top unit, offered up 3 rescue breaths that allowed Montreal to swing the game. His play on the right half wall helped drive the comeback. But now, after the latest power play struggles, the Canadiens reversed the setup again. Bolduc is back on the top unit. Demidov is on the second wave. The 0-for-7 night against Boston placed the spotlight on special team performance. The shift at practice reflected the coaching staff's decision to reset the structure. Demidov's new role is tied directly to that night's result. The missed chances set off changes, and his position on the power play became part of the fallout. The move carries weight because Demidov entered the season in a strong position. He came into Montreal as a top draft pick. He was selected 5th overall in the 2024 NHL draft, according to his official profile. His debut on April 14, 2025 included a goal and an assist. These details showed how quickly he made an impact when he first joined the team. His early progress also came after strong work overseas. Reports noted that he had been shortlisted for KHL Rookie of the Year during his time with SKA St. Petersburg. His role in that league gave him a solid record before coming to Montreal. These facts shaped expectations around him as he entered his first full NHL season. Reports repeated the same lines. Zachary Bolduc has earned a promotion, and Ivan Demidov moved down to the second wave. The phrasing made the change direct. It confirmed how the Canadiens wanted to reorganize their special teams after the Boston game. Now the spotlight is on how Demidov adjusts. His ice time on the second wave will be watched closely. The Canadiens rely on structure and production from their power play groups. A move down a unit shifts a player's chances to impact scoring play. In tight games, that change shapes touches, puck movement, and overall role. The date of the shift also matters. The Boston game took place on November 16, 2025, and the lineup update surfaced the next morning. The events happened fast, and the timing linked Demidov's demotion directly to the night the Canadiens missed all 7 power play tries. For now, the facts stay clear. The Canadiens ran into a major power play problem. The next day, they changed their units. Ivan Demidov was moved off the top group and placed on the second wave. His new spot marks a notable turn in his early NHL path.
Do we get it perfect? Not necessarily, because sometimes you want matchup, you want the right flow for your players as well. So sometimes you're caught in between and you try to make a quick decision on the spot, and you're going to make mistakes at times.
Something unexpected happened inside the Montreal Canadiens locker room this week. The players had just finished a hard game, but the real drama began after the final whistle. Cameras were still on, reporters were ready, and then everything changed in seconds. The date was November 7th, 2025, and what followed left everyone in the building silent.
Just not good enough from my side. I don't know. It's really hard. Yeah.
This is a tough one?
Yeah.
The Canadiens had just finished a 6-2 victory when goalie Jacob Dobes surprised everyone by cutting short his media interview. According to journalist Elias Edmondson, Dobes had enough at one point and abruptly ended his post-game interviews himself. The statement was confirmed by multiple reporters who were inside the room. Moments after he left the podium, teammates moved toward him. One player said, "We didn't lose because of him." That single comment echoed through the room and showed the team's reaction in real time. Head coach Martin St. Louis later explained what happened. He told media, "We'll talk to Dobes. He's played really well for us." His calm tone followed a tense evening that showed the emotional side of a long season. The timing of the scene matched growing debate around how the Canadiens are using their young stars. Rookie Ivan Demidov and forward Zach Bolduc continue to post points, yet their minutes stay limited. In a game earlier that week, Demidov scored the tying goal against Ottawa with 2 minutes 23 seconds left in regulation after a pass from Lane Hudson. The Canadiens went on to win 4-3 in overtime. Despite that impact, official stats listed his ice time at just 10 minutes 27 seconds. The numbers added fuel to questions about player management. When asked, St. Louis said, "I can do a better job managing ice time. It's the first time I'm coaching a team with this much depth. I need to do a better job with certain players to learn how to get them rolling." According to the Hockey News, After 8 games, Demidov ranked 3rd on the team in points. Analysts wrote that such production should earn him a larger role. Inside the locker room, the night ended quietly. Players spoke softly, staff cleared equipment, and Dobe sat surrounded by teammates. The episode lasted only a few minutes, but revealed how the Canadiens' younger core is being tested, both on the ice and behind the scenes. Head coach Martin St. Louis addressed the issue again during his morning availability.